Artist Giggs Kgole has cemented his name in the visual art scene with his latest exhibition, which was actually in Europe earlier this month. Giggs is now bringing his show, which is titled Good for Nothing, to Melville here in Johannesburg. That exhibition aims to explore ideas around destroying labels and understanding what underpins our human existence. He joins us now live in studio for more on this exhibition, looking like an artist, dare I add. Giggs, it's great to see you. Thanks so much for making the journey to our studios. So I gave it an attempt trying to describe what this exhibition is about, but very broad statements around bringing down labels and understanding what underpins our existence. How would you describe the kind of messaging that you're trying to send through this work?
I think the kind of messaging I'm trying to send through for this show is, you know, a lot of us in terms of like young artists, we've always been like told like, you know, we're good for nothing in society, in terms of like the schools that we went to. But then that's actually a common human experience where at one point you sort of undermine yourself because somebody's told you that you're good for nothing. So this Sunday at Denzel's and Joe, we're kind of celebrating bringing people together and reminding people that, you know, even if you were ever told that you're good for nothing, like this is not a true statement towards you. It's just a reflection of other people and what they feel. But within that, it's like, you know, there's a way to heal, and what the works are so going to do is like helping people understand like how we as the four artists exhibiting have managed to heal through labels such as being told as you're good for nothing.
Right, and that's the beauty about art, right? Its ability to help us sometimes be able to work through even psychologically, emotionally, experiences that were difficult to even make sense of.
Exactly. Like for me, art has always been like therapy. It's been my go-to in terms of like understanding the person that I am, the young man I want to be, and how can I contribute to like my community back home in Limpopo, or the communities that I've built in Johannesburg or in Rome, Italy, or the places that I travel in. And so being able to communicate my feelings and my emotions and able to heal other people through my works is something that's powerful and that's been used through art throughout the centuries.
Yeah, let's speak about that young man if we can. Glowing reviews for your work so far, and you already touched on areas I was hoping to speak about a bit more. I understand you're based in Italy?
Based in Rome, Italy, where I'm completing an honors degree in art history with minors in studio art and design and communication, and that's possible through earning a full scholarship to come study there.
Nice. And already between, you know, Italy and here at home, there's been all kinds of audiences that have interacted with your work. And I wonder whether you're finding, depending on where you are in the world, people respond to the same work differently.
Absolutely differently, because, you know, language is different, culture is different, and as well as like how you present yourself and how you try to communicate with people. But I always feel like, you know, the essence of like my work has this amazing soul that kind of touches people. So it's like art is like borderless. So I feel like art can be used to bring so many people from different industries, from many different cultures, so many different life experiences into one room, just for a moment of silence and observation or some auditory listening to.
Sure, it's a universal language, is typically the term that's used, right?
Exactly.
Cliches in some instances, but nonetheless, these cliches could be true. And, you know, we're also living in times that, depending who you are and where you are in the world, feel very difficult, and that's putting it lightly. And I wonder in that space whether you reckon art is being paid attention to more or less.
I would like to say, I think that, you know, during lockdown, art was definitely paid attention to more, because everybody's at home, everybody's online, so artists have like time to like actually work from home and sort of produce their works and then sort of put them online, because now we can't exhibit in galleries anymore. So we're producing works through live videos. People are following our stories, our passions through the content that we create.
And as an artist yourself, sorry to interrupt you, are you finding that easier or more difficult to do?
I find it more difficult sometimes because I live like quite a nomadic life, where I'm consistently on the move, learning about cultures, learning about nature, learning about history through different places. So just consistently being on the move, I find it quite difficult to just consistently like document that by myself. So that's why hence you need a team.
Without a doubt. We spoke about Good for Nothing, which is going to be showing in Melville. I always find it interesting to kind of draw links between what an artist is thinking when they put together their work and how people interpret that later on.
Sometimes it's completely different.
Right.
Completely the opposite. But you see, that's why I encourage people to go to exhibitions, right? Because this exhibition is free. You have the pleasure of having the artists there. You get to view the works, you get to talk to the artists, you get to sort of make your own interpretation about what the works mean for you, and also get the artist's interpretation on what the works actually mean for them. But in the same time, it's like I feel like being in a space where art is created and artists are present. It's quite a beautiful, harmonic and could be destructive space, but an experience that I feel like a lot of people and a lot of young South Africans need to start experiencing. Because a lot of exhibitions in South Africa are free to go to. But you know, we don't come from a culture where we go to art exhibitions, we go to museum shows, and we have these facilities in South Africa. We have beautiful museums.
And there's a rich history behind a lot of those institutions, right?
A lot of rich history. Even like traditional art making has been in all our different African tribes. In the way we make our huts, like how we build our homes. So I'm currently working on an exhibition in Monte Carlo later this year. And then I'm looking at how did we build homes and the structure of architecture through art, and how our mothers have been able to insulate those homes, have been able to design those homes. Because now we're looking at like art through design, through architectural design, furniture design, structural design. And it's like, how do we combine all of those and celebrate our rich histories through showcasing those artworks that we've been born into?
Nice. You know, as you speak about, for instance, the culture and how we consume art in this country, I'm wondering whether or not there might be even, for instance, parents out there who are a bit apprehensive about their children, you know, going into that space. You're nodding vigorously. Is this an experience you've had?
My biggest experience, it's always like a laugh. It's a running joke in the family. Because when I finished high school, I wanted to definitely go into art full time and become a globally recognized artist. And I remember...
Mission accomplished?
Thank you. Well, between 16 and 18 was like a nightmare and a half just to try get there. But I remember at 18, as soon as I finished my exams, I spoke to my dad and said, hey, Dad, I want to become an artist and I want to be a globally recognized artist. And then he looked to me and he's like, and then it's like, and for that, for me at the time, even it was kind of like an insult to me in the sense that, you know, Dad, I believe in myself, and all I need you to do is believe in what I'm going to do. And I just remember humbling myself and then understanding that, you know, my African parents, I understand where they're coming from. We're coming from a generational poverty, and then I am the first person to now finish high school and have the opportunity to go to university. But I want to dedicate my life to my passion and figure out how I'm going to use my passion to uplift my community and my family. And then for him, he's never seen anybody in our community make it through art. So I understand that where he's coming from, but at the same time, I need to understand that this is my life. And at the same time, it's like, how do I utilize this passion that I have and this God-given talent that I have in order to accomplish all the things I wanted to accomplish? But all I ever needed from my parents was love and support, because I can't be fighting the world and a gate-kept art industry,
right,
and then fighting my family too. And then so luckily my sister, Kingsley Rangata, came to the rescue, and then she explained to my parents, like, look, all this kid needs and any child needs is the love and support from a parent and the belief that they can make it in whatever they choose to in life.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And I just remember telling my dad, listen, buddy, listen, Dad, Papa, Gaurat, the world will know your name, Kgole. And that's it.
And here we are now, and hopefully he's looking and even watching right now, beaming with pride.
My biggest fan.
So it's a good story that's turned out very well. Very quickly, where in Melville can people catch the exhibition tomorrow?
So the exhibition is going to be at Denzel's and Joe. That's at the 27 Boxes. So Denzel and Joe is a contemporary art gallery that empowers young people through art education and as well as exhibiting young artists. So I will be curating a show with artists such as Natim Bata, Zoya Sibia, Franz Talker, and then myself. So you'll get to experience some amazing works, such as like my 3D anaglyph works, amazing prints from Natim Bata, some amazing tapestry work and blanket works from France, and then as well as acrylic work from Zoya.
All right, awesome stuff. Well, you know, many philosophers will tell you that a big part of our endeavor as humans is to try find our purpose and to have the guts to run for it. You've done exactly that. So all the best. May the star keep rising. And hopefully, once again, Dad is beaming with pride, given his own challenges. Giggs Kgole, thanks for coming through.
Thanks.
He's a visual artist with work that's been showcased in places like Europe, in Italy, and now also you'll get an opportunity to see it in Melville here in Johannesburg.